When we first moved in our home, we had this wire shelf in our laundry room. I had to get rid of that thing ASAP. So I installed floating shelves, but I quickly realized that those were not functioning for me. Then I decided to actually renovate my laundry room from top to bottom, and I am going to show you exactly how I did it. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanisha and I'm excited that you actually decided to click on this video today. I am completely new to YouTube. I feel like I need to start documenting everything that I do around the house, you know, my lifestyle. So please like this video, share, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do to help me build my following up. So today we're gonna talk about the laundry room. We moved here in 2018. And when we first moved in, everything was still builder grade. Previous owners didn't do anything, and I cannot stand wire shelving. I don't know why they put these wire shelvings in houses. Like, if it was up to me, they'll be eliminated completely. That was my first makeover in this house, was actually getting rid of the wire shelving in the laundry room. And when I did that, I put in floating shelves. I put in 2 levels of floating shelves, which I'll show you here. And I loved it. Oh, you know, I got some decorative pieces. I put out my laundry detergent, fabric softener, you know, dryer sheets in containers. It was very cute, farmhouse style, very cute. But I came to notice that it wasn't functional. It's to have some complete organization in my house. My laundry room is upstairs. So the vacuum cleaner, the broom, the ironing board, all of this is housed in that laundry room. And it was just in the way. So when I noticed that the actual floating shelves were not as functional as I needed them to be, a couple of years passed, actually 4 years passed, and I decided it's time to redo this laundry room again. So I took out those floating shelves and I renovated this laundry room from top to bottom. And I did a really pretty good job. I feel like I did for it to be me. And I did it on a budget. I only spent like $250 doing this because I had so many things around the house already from previous. It was very inexpensive for me, and I gave myself a time frame of 3 days, but of course I did not finish in 3 days because I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I work full time. So 3 days didn't work. It actually turned into 3 weeks. But the process was very rewarding. Today we're just going to go over the things that I did to actually prep to get started renovating this laundry room. You can see it is a good amount of space. I already changed the light fixture. It had one of those boob lights up there. The floor is pretty much tile. All of that grout, some deep cleaning. That's what it looks like behind the washer and dryer. We got new washer and dryers, but we had water damage from our old one. So I have to actually replace those baseboards. But I had shelves all along the wall, on this wall and this wall. It wasn't quite functioning right because of storage. Like, everything was visible, and I don't want a lot of my things to be visible. So what I'm going to do, let me get in here and show you. I'm actually going to put a cabinet here. I'm going to put a cabinet there. I'm going to put the same shelf that I had back here, and it's going to come out like 12 inches, and it's going to actually be enough room to where I can open the washer, you know, and still be able to have my stuff up there that I wash and dry with. And then in between there, I'm thinking of putting another shelf just for decoration purposes, some type of backsplash. I'm not sure what yet. And I'm going to put a rod for things that you don't need to be in the dryer. So now what I'm about to do is take out these supports that I don't need here and there. Come in and use some spackling on all of the holes I need to fill and sand that down and get to painting. I have my ladder here. I already removed this 1x2 that was here, and I already spackled it, but I need to do the top as well. And luckily I didn't use glue on these at the time, so I don't have to worry about too much damage. have some type of glue on there. Some dry decks. I'm pretty sure all of you probably heard of this. But before I do that, I'm just gonna scrape this stuff off. I think it was glue, but it doesn't quite look like glue. Guys, when I did this laundry room, put these shelves up, I had no clue exactly what I was doing. So as I come back and see now, through trial and error and me learning, I got a lot of work I have to do. But small things to a giant, it's okay. Now I've done invested in so many different tools that it's not going to take me long to actually fix all of this. And I'm trying to smooth it out as much as possible so it won't take a lot when I'm coming back and sanding. I don't have a lot of major fixes to do. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this back smooth because I think I'm going to use wallpaper. This is a scraper, a paint scraper. Normally you don't use these to actually put the spackle on, but I multitask, you know. It can actually be used to put it on as well, so it's all your preference. I've done so many projects around my house. I'm so like mad at myself because I didn't document all of this, and I wish I would have, because it's so many of us that are DIYers and that people can learn from these things. And I feel like what better way to learn something is to see somebody else who never done it before do it. And that's how I pretty much learn stuff, because I'm like, it can't be that difficult. I am not even going to try to attempt to move this washer because we still need our laundry room. I still have a couple of loads of clothes to wash. It's Tuesday around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. and I'm just getting started. I normally start projects early in the morning. You know, you like to give yourself a deadline, right? But that doesn't mean that it's going to happen by Friday. But I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I don't have to carry out this project until the weekend. We'll see. We'll see. This project, I'm estimating, is going to cost me no more than $200. I always shop my house first. This is something that I already had. I bought a while ago and I never used, and it's wallpaper. And I'm thinking that it can cover half of this wall, at least to up to here, and may do some type of board and batten down here. Not sure yet, but if it covers here, I'll be completely fine. This will be the wall that you see as soon as you walk through the door. Getting ready to go in with my drill to take this top 1x2 down. See how that came out so easily? I don't even think it was in the wall. Won't be doing that again. These are 2-inch screws. I don't like to do anything longer than 2 inch because you don't know if you have electrical line or water line. You know, that's why they say always drill in the middle of the stud. In my business to take all of these screws out because I like to save my scrap wood. You never know what you may need it for, especially 1x2s. And when I'm looking at these, when I purchased them at the time, you know, it was before the inflation. It wasn't that much, but this was actually some good wood. everything spackled up, all of the points that I need to spackle. I'm going to go downstairs and get my sander. I think 120 will be enough for this. And then I'm going to come back and smooth it all out with maybe 220 grits. And then I'll be ready to start prepping to paint. I'm a very frugal person. Always, when I go to the big box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, whatever, I'm always looking at their clearance rack to see what I can get that I like for a good deal. So one thing I've noticed about Lowe's and Home Depot is that they'll tell you they don't take paint back, custom paint, but they actually do, because I've returned some before. So I was looking on Lowe's clearance rack and I saw Evergreen Fog. And it was only $15, and it was like the top of the line type of paints. And I was like, okay, I'm getting that. Now this stuff is originally like $70 a can, and I got it for $15 a can. So my cabinets are actually going to be the Evergreen Fog color, and then my walls is also going to be Evergreen Fog. Actually, I paid full price for a can of paints. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for a backsplash yet. I'm thinking about doing a wood slate wall as a backsplash. I have so many 1x2s that I need to utilize, so I think that's what I'm going to do it for. I'm going to stain those. Normally keep our vacuum cleaner in here. Of course, we keep the ironing board, and we also keep our broom and dustpan for upstairs in here because our laundry room is upstairs. So I was thinking about having maybe some type of corner thing that I can open to house the vacuum cleaner and the broom and dustpan, and maybe even the ironing board, because I don't like that visible. But I also want some type of area where I can actually fold clothes in here, and I don't know if I want to do it against this wall or this wall. I'll figure that out as I go, because that's how I do things. I normally just play it by ear. Okay, as you can see, I think my laundry room is a pretty good size. It's not big, humongous, but it's a good size to do something, because this washer is huge. This dryer is huge. I am going to take that vent down, clean it real good, and I'm going to paint it black. So the door hinges used to be here. There you go, 1, 2, 3. And you used to open the door and it swings that way. And I hated it because I had stuff behind the door, and then you open it, you can't get all the way in. It was just horrible. This is our barn door that we installed, and I love it. I think that is a great addition to our laundry room, and it matches all of the doors upstairs. I've actually painted every single door upstairs. Never mind that light fixture, I have to replace it. But there's the door to our room. And there's the door to the other rooms here. And then my sunroom, which is behind me. Okay, so everything is dry. And now I am getting ready to do a sand. What I do like about this sander is that it has a dust bag. So that's going to minimize the dust as much as possible. It's really loud, and I'm not going to bore you guys with this. I'm going to speed it up. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, it minimizes dust, but it does not completely get rid of the dust. So it's very dusty in here. I would recommend wearing a mask. I'm going to actually go put on my mask. I'm going to go over it with the sponge. So that concludes me for today. That's all I'm going to do. So tomorrow, all I got to do is come in here, wipe everything down, and get ready to paint. See you tomorrow.